In this video, I'd like to show you some of the basic maintenance kinds of things that you can do. So this is, if you want to spend, let's say, an hour a week on LinkedIn, or what would be even better is to spend half an hour twice a week. Here are some of the things that you can do. One thing you should know is anytime, and you may have already run into this if you have LinkedIn or if any of your friends have LinkedIn, is every time you get a LinkedIn invite, it's going to come into your email. Well, when that happens, I just delete the ones in my email because you don't need the ones that are in your email. You have an inbox here in LinkedIn. So when you log in, the first thing that you want to do is check your inbox. And you'll see I have, this is my test account, so I had created a recommendation from my main account. So you click on that. And this is exactly what I was describing in the last video. You can show, it asks you, do you want to show a recommendation in your profile? And you can hit accept. You can also hide it. I don't know why you would do that, but you could. You could also archive it if you don't want to do anything, take any action. You could archive it. And this is important too, because when you get like requests to be friends and you don't know the person, instead of, you'll have the option of accept, accept, reject, I don't know this person, or archive. And I would just recommend that you archive it unless you're absolutely 100% certain this person's a scammer. Then you don't want to mess up their profile if you just didn't remember meeting them. It's okay that you don't accept their friendship request, obviously, but just archive it. Don't be a friend. So I'm going to go ahead and accept the recommendation. And see, this is what I was talking about the recommendation. It automatically asks you if you want to go ahead and fill out a recommendation. Now, if this wasn't me, two different levels of me, I would go ahead and continue through the process and do the recommendation. Let's go back to the home page here. Now, I've logged out and logged back into my main account because this is a more typical layout. Once you have a few people in your connections, then that box that asks you to make connections will disappear, and you'll have something more like this. And you'll see on mine, the inbox is right here at the beginning, so that makes it really easy for me to do my maintenance. The other thing that you can do here is it'll have a take action. So if I get a message from someone, like say an invite to be a friend, then I can accept that directly. So if I say, okay, I know this person, instead of even opening the email, I'll have the option of accepting it from here, from the take action. So that's even a shortcut. And as I stated in one of the other videos, the other thing that you'll have here is, or maybe I haven't, but here's part of the maintenance. As you get more and more connections, it'll come up with people that you may know. And what I'd recommend is just going right to see more, and it shows all these people that you might know, and you can invite all just by clicking invite. It'll say, well, how do you know this person? You select it, you befriend other, and then send invite. Unfortunately, then it takes you back out completely, so that you have to go back to home. And wait for that to load back up. If you see some, by the way, if you see someone here, you just hit invite here. I just don't see anybody in that list that I know. So sometimes it's going to say, it's going to have people that you know, but it's basing it based on, other people who are in your list and different algorithms. So this is one of the key things, and one of the great things about the social networking is that you can do it, some of these tasks like, adding people. Oh, by the way, you can do the personal note, and just like I described when we were in adding people, the more personal note, the better it is that you're going to get a response. The better odds you have of getting a response. Send an invite. So I sent a couple invites, and literally you can get a lot done in half an hour, 15 minutes. The other thing that you can do, let me go back to the homepage. It's kind of set up to be from the homepage. If you belong to any groups, which I'll go over groups in a separate video, then you can go in there and add to the discussion to the groups. This is a good maintenance thing to do. Another thing you can do is look at all the status updates. There's a place for you to post the status updates. So when you hit your status update, then the same thing happens. You just like I can see Lorraine is going through some stuff with a friend who's been injured and etc. It'll show up on all your other connections page, and something might catch their eye and they go, oh, like I just posted that I'm working on video training for LinkedIn. They might go, oh, wow, I really could use that. Another thing here is that it tells you when people are recommending other people. So it says, Mark was recommending Matt, and then it has the first part of the recommendation, Drew recommended TJ, etc., etc. And so you just want to kind of read through these and see if there's anything like this might spark. I go, oh, hey, I have recommended TJ, but I might read that and go, oh, I need to recommend TJ, or I need to recommend Drew. It just might remind you of something else that you want to do. Group updates, like I said, if you belong to groups, then here on the homepage it'll show you different things. If you belong to another thing that I do within my maintenance part of the social networking and LinkedIn, and you'll have to excuse me if this is a little spread out. It's kind of the nature of the beast as far as social networking. And what I'm trying to do is give you an overview of some of the most important things so that you don't get bogged down by the sheer volume of different things that you can do. So I'm just giving you some of the basics, and if you do these things, then you'll be an effective networker using LinkedIn. One of the things you can do is events. So on the left-hand side, I've added an application for events, which I'll go over applications in another section. But let's say, for instance, I go to a meeting every week. I could add an event for that meeting, and it'll show up on other people's profiles. It allows me to invite people in my LinkedIn network to that event. It's just a fantastic tool. So really, I think that's all. I mean, we have recording 10 minutes of video so far to show you the maintenance, and I think that's really valid. It's part of your maintenance. You will, just as an overview, you'll go through your inbox, process any new responses, go through the people you may know, invite the people that fit that category, people and then also go to add connections. If you have any business cards, if that's part of your process, is you're out there doing face-to-face networking, what I'd recommend is that you take your business cards and you fill out these. It's even better if you do that right after the meeting. So I said it's better to do half an hour twice a week than an hour once a week. It's even better to do 10 minutes every day, or 10 minutes, 5 times a week, because it's moving at the speed of light, and the odds of someone seeing something that you've done goes higher the more times you're on it, even for smaller periods of time. So I'd fit that into the maintenance, those 3 things, and your LinkedIn profile will be very powerful. The other thing that you might want to do is answers. I'll cover answers in another video, though. Thanks.